you know, around 15 games in my time, but not on a consistent basis.
I think he's doing pretty good. If you guys agree, you can always add him on Twitter and tell him how awesome he is. So seems like we'll be live in 1 minute and getting into the 9th round. So no worries there, guys. Take this moment to run to the bathroom, get your coffee, get whatever you need to stay out during this awesome match. Tweet about it as well. Tweet about this match because NIP, LGB, it looks like LGB could actually do this. They have sick momentum. They're all performing like beasts. We're in the 9th round. Let's jump in the game. Here we go. Oh,
1v1.
Dennis! With that triple at the end.
What was that lunge? He just lunged at him.
Dude, his arms are...
It's like a throwing knife or something.
I think his arms are longer than everyone else's.
That's not fair.
That is not fair.
He just threw the knife at him or something. I don't know.
Imagine if you could throw knives in this. It'd be like Soldier of Fortune 2 if you ever played
Or
that.
Call of Duty where knives are one-hit kills and bullets are 12-hit kills.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But let's not start flaming other games.
Who said we were flaming anything?
Nope. Just precaution. Use precautionary. You never know how people are going to interpret things.
Yeah, I just heard some facts. That's all.
Yeah.
Some interesting factoids coming from Steel.
You know, factoids actually are not accurate.
Factoids?
Yep.
In what sense?
Factoids aren't like small facts. They're inaccurate. Just they pretend to be facts, but they're not.
All right, misconceptions getting blown out of the water by Steel here on live on FACEIT TV. But moving into the pistol round here between NIP and LGB Esports. This is huge. NIP need to take the momentum back, and they need to do it from round number 1 on map number 2. It's their map. It's their territory here. But what can they do with it? They're on the aggressive side. They can dictate the pace. And here they are moving around Xbox. Going to go into mid. Put a player close on the left. Gerrard's going to spot Olofmeister. Takes him down. Marching up on into B. Here goes the B split. Mid. Tunnels. Control of the site. Taken by NIP. Well played to them as they lock it down. And now we have to see a retake come from Crimson Sipe. Surely there's no way.
There is a way. And don't call me Shirley.
I'm sorry. You used that yesterday, man.
I did, but you can't
actually,
to be fair,
material.
Airplane used it multiple times in the same movie, so excuse me.
But hold that thought. Here goes Sipe. Here goes Crims. Straight on in and straight on out. And well, Crims is still there, but he's not going to do much. He's just having some fun. Terrorists win.
Indeed. 1-0 Nip actually hitting all of the shots. Forrest just running straight forward into B, just taking controlled shots. Just click, 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 click. And you know what? Yeah. LGB stood up into the bullet, ate the bullet, and Nip was able to take that pistol around. Great split coming out there. Get right, kind of flicking around to the left, getting that entry kill on mid.
Yeah, I mean, they got the round they needed to get to feel good about themselves again. And now they're marching, or rather slowly running up here with a double grenade on the head of Dennis. Of course, life is hard as a pistol player, but they actually bought up armor with the pistols. So, you know, you can do that though. You can afford to do that. They're going to be ecoing twice anyway, so it's not a huge problem. And the bomb does go down an ace. So, what is the play here for LGB? Looks like they're going to send 2 men up on the catwalk. Regrouping here, 3 together. And I guess they're going to play for extra frags. They do have the armor, actually, so if they do get the extra frags and pull together some guns, that actually counts as a nice rifle save then. But NIP are actually sticking together, so they'll be able to prevent that. So it's very smart from NIP. Look, you can see all 5 of them are actually together, basically. So well played to NIP, actually, to read kind of what LGB want from this bomb explosion situation. And we'll see LGB Esports at the end of the round just scatter off. So 2-0.
Yep, and that was basically LGB wanting to go for exit kills. They have the armor. They want to save the armor, have a chance at this round, and maybe if Nip slip up, pick up the weapon off of them. But Nip not giving the opportunity to LGB. Very good play from both teams there. And we're going to see the next round where Crims is actually going to go down early.
And control of Cap is NIP's as they make their way up. Again, it's the same players around before. This is clearly their anti-eco strategy, and it makes a lot of sense. Great Molotov straight there onto the bomb spot, and there you go. Not much LGB can do, but actually, Now the dust is settled. It's a 1v2 with a deagle in the hands of Sype. And it is discarded as his body goes limp thanks to Thoris with that AK. And 3-0. So good stuff coming in from NIP. And I do like that they're playing the short as their anti-eco. Aggressive short, just taking control of things. Because it makes a lot of sense. There's not really many ways for them to get flanked or really screwed with at those ranges.
Get right with the op. Taking a long spawn here. Is able to get the kill. That's a huge pick off for him. Nip in a great situation here. Maybe pulling into a 4-0 scoreline as more people are going down. Forced through the smoke, exists through the smoke over at middle as well. That is a great situation for Nip to be in. 5 versus 2 situation. Sype is actually going to go down to the hands of Get Right as well. What is going on? This
is experience and routine kicking in. Again, this is one of the reasons why this team is always top 3. It's because no matter what happens, again, routine kicks in, experience kicks in. They know exactly how to play the situations. They have so many plays to go to, so many things they're comfortable with. They have this feeling that they're basically the best team in the world. That's how they're going to be feeling. So no matter the situation, they're always going to feel like they have a chance. And we don't see them flustered. We're seeing LGB now trying to figure things out. Dennis going to get a couple frags here. Switches for the AK. Might just get a third, but Exist going to shut him down. So 4-0 for NIP. And LGB not worried at this point, but definitely feeling NIP coming back into prominence here on map number 2.
Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. No?
No, I don't get it. No.
Queen.
I don't listen to Queen. I'm sorry. I'm too young for that.
You're too young for that. You're older than me, first of all. Secondly, Freddie lies. Freddie Mercury, hello?
Come on. I was too busy listening to Rammstein in frag movies.
Yeah. Don't make me start singing Rammstein. People won't understand what the hell I'm saying, possibly because my German...
German is great, I heard it.
No, my German is not that good, and...
you mostly know bad words in German?
I do know some bad words in German, but my my accent isn't that great. I don't pronounce the words properly.
Do you know another language to any degree?
German.
Degree.
My German's my best second language, but it's not even that good because I haven't spoken it for a year.
All right. Well, looks like we are moving into the next buy round. We see 2 ops on the side of LGB, on Olafmeister, on Dennis. Long smoked off there, but we can see NIP taking over short once again. This is something that has been working out for them in the anti-eco. Going to go for it in the buy round, and actually the spray down coming from Sype. Very effective, drops 2 players, and a third chimed in from Dennis as Crims locks down, but perhaps not if he was locking it down. Fifflerin has the key, and he's going to be taking down Sype as well. Well played to Fifflerin, who now has
2 HP?
2 HP. So doesn't really have a chance here, but at least he gets a couple kills on the board. And even if LGB win this round, they've been struggling to win anyway. Of course, they haven't got around on the board yet. And this was an expensive one. That, that's Fifflerin's job right now. Make this more expensive for them, because it's fine if he loses his weapon. Nice little shot by from Dennis there to take Fifflerin out. And good for LGB that Dennis didn't get taken down there. That would have been quite painful to lose another player to Fifflerin on the money side of things. But 5-1 is the scoreline.
Definitely keeping onto those 2 offs is a huge deal. I mean, close to 5K a pop. It's expensive equipment coming in there.
And so how do you see the reaction coming in from LGB here? It seems like NIP are abusing them in every which way.
Yeah, I mean, not too bad of an adjustment. We saw Sype getting 2 huge opening kills onto the A push there. What we might need to see from NIP is if they choose to do an A hit like that again, they need to get smokes going off into the lower part, getting a nice flash off, and then jumping off of short, pushing up from both catwalk and CT spawn ramp, both at the same time. And here we see the push. Sype unable to do anything from this position this time around, but Freiberg pushing in. He's going to get taken down by Crims.
Fifflerin moving in there. Sype is challenging. Sype will drop the bomb. That's key information. Bomb dropped on short. And Swiss makes his way up as well, and that bomb's still there, lying helplessly on the ground. And it's just Get Right who remains. But he's going to take down one more player. And let's see what he can do there from the pit. And you know what? We've seen this from NIP repeatedly, that they take over short. LGB realize this. Do you think it could be smart for LGB to continue doing what they're doing, or to play too short?
Well, what LGB is doing, no, what they're doing is completely fine. they have one player down at long. They have one player playing from like either a ramp, a car, or a goose or something, and they have Sipe, who's the rotator from CT spawn, who can go in between middle and back A. You see the last kill go down. That's Get Right just getting taken out there at the end of the round. But basically, Nip should realize, okay, this is what's happening. LGB is playing 3 players towards A. That is going to be one player over at this area, one player down long by pit, and one player who's a rotator back and forth. That means that B site only has 2 players. That's usually one player in the back and one player maybe by the doors. What Nip can do instead is come, take up short, have one player do a fake into CT spawn, and have the rest go out mid to B or upper B. They just need to do a fake and do a split on B. That's exactly what they need to do. But it looks like they're forcing A too much. Looks like here they are going to do a B split without even pulling Sipe over to A. They're just going to come out mid. They're going to maybe smoke off CT spawn as they go. Here, Freiburg pulls out the smoke. They need to have one person just focus on Sipe. But Sipe's going to push through. He's going to get the kill. And he's going to get out of there. But Forrest is going to get the kill onto Twist. This is the B split that they need to do. They need to get into this bomb site. It is going to be Olafmeister in there with the op. He's not connecting any shots, but he is going to go down in the end. Forrest is going to pick up another kill. This is a 3-on-3 situation. Forrest in a great position right here to get another kill. He does get the kill. That's 3 versus 2 situation. Nip exactly what they needed to do to pull themselves back into this game, getting the kills, or getting the B split. Forrest, oh, he was not able to take out Crims there.
That's actually a huge frag. Removing someone from Plateau right at the back there is hugely important to take the site back. Get right, 1-on-1, 5 health, 6 health left. He got dinked, but he didn't go down. In fact, he didn't get dinked, in fact, but he was very low. And 6 health. That's the difference there in that round.
That's what Nip needed to do. They needed to do that sort of B split. They got the entry kill over on mid. They got the kill over on B without taking too many casualties, and that's what won them the round eventually. They didn't even need to do the fake over on A because they killed Sipe, who actually pushed through CT spawn.
Yeah, I like that actually.
Even though he got a kill, he couldn't do anything after that.
He even got back through the smoke, which is actually kind of nice. Like, he saw the nades coming in. He's like, screw it, I'm just gonna run through. Like, maybe predicting that maybe more nades would come in. He could have the nades behind him. So that was actually quite nice by Sipe, but it still wasn't enough. NIP once again taking over short, making their way slowly but surely in onto some position here at A. And there go the nades around Graffiti as Freiburg is the entry fragger trying to make the shot. And look at that from Dennis. A lot of damage done to Freiburg. 8 health there. And Sipe gonna go down. Here goes the jumping mag shot. Can he get it? Oh my god, what a reaction from Dennis. Gets 2 frags out of that mag. And Get Right spraying down one more player. Twist over at the Xbox as Olafmeister comes in. He might just catch Get Right there. He knows his position. He hears him shooting. There goes the spray. And there goes Get Right. Freiburg with that 8 health now. What is he going to do here? Got 2 players facing him at once. There's no way he can do this, surely! Just a trade 1-for-1 as we go 2-for-1 here. Fiffler has to do this. He didn't get the frag immediately. He gets another 1-on-1. Has to win this fight. He wins the first one and the second. Fiffler goes for the aggressive peek right after that first kill. Many ways he could have played it, but
a bit shaky there.
It was a little bit shaky, but he did it.
Scared.
Don't get scared, man.
Well,
place your faith in NIP.
Place your faith. Well, we're going to see an eco round coming out here from LGB, a.k.a. LBJ. Sorry. Reference to DreamHack.
Indeed.
Anyways, we are going to see the fight up right here. It is LGB on the eco round, so most they can do is a little bit of damage here and there, but I don't think they should be pulling out this round. They have no armor, they have USPs, but all of mice are picking up an AK. This might be the game changer, but already in the 4 versus 3 situation here. Sipe unable to make a connection to the... Ooh, he finally does get the kill onto Forrest, and that's a huge player coming in for Nip.
And Olaf, he's got that AK now. He has that AK. He's going to go for the save.
Yep, he is running off right now.
Good decision. That AK, man. Dude, the AK on the CT side, if you can save one of those, I've seen that countless times. Like, eco around an AK, I've seen that turn a game on his head.
Yep. I think that having an AK on CT side is worth $5,000. If you see an AK on the floor and an op, you go for the AK if you're a counter-terrorist.
Really?
Why? Well, I do, at least.
All right. Now you can explain the logic to everyone out there. It's like, what are you talking about?
I'll explain why.
But one is more than the other.
Yes.
In
Op
value.
costs more, but you can always buy an op if you have the money. You can't always buy an AK.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So always double the worth. $5,000 for the AK on counter-terror side. If you get that, I mean, that is game changing. You can just go toe to toe with the AK.
It's like supply and demand.
You know how many times you're on a counter terror side, and then you get the first dink with your M4, and you're like, oh damn, if I had an AK, I would have got the kill. Yeah. Boom, with that AK, you can get that kill.
It does even things up a lot for the defensive side. But yeah, supply and demand, man.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. We have here
Zero supply, full demand.
Exactly.
Yep. I know my economics 101.
NIP, man, they're moving up with just Freiburg. And this is the thing, they can do fakes like this now because they have been pushing so many players on short so many times, and Freiburg's always the first man. Freiburg's always the man that they see. And he's there still, but he's alone this time, and he's throwing in the nades. That is going to make them think, oh, it's going to be short again. But look at that. That makes them move, and they move into the crosshairs of NIP, who are expecting the rotation to come, the positional changes to come in, and that's what happens. They are playing into the hands of NIP.
And off the momentum of his 1 versus 2 clutch, he's just going around one-shotting people. I want to take a look at the score breakdown just after this round. Restart.
Manhunt begins.
Indeed.
Dennis, can he survive? 5 players from NIP.
He's getting flanked. He's in a bad position right now, but he might get a win kill. But he's going to go down, surely. Yes, he does go down. And if we take a look at the scores, DeFlaren, 10-5. He is kind of roasting people up right now. Just from those 2 rounds, the 1 versus 2 in that last round, that's 5 kills on the board for him. So he's taken first place on his team, kind of leading his team in more than one way. But we are going to see a short boost coming in here from the counter-terrorist team. This is going to be dangerous for any NIP player who decides to go up short.
And I've seen some great players coming in. Twist, again, he reminds me sometimes of JW a little bit. But actually, I'm liking Twist a lot more than JW lately as far as his consistency with some of his aggressive plays. But he is, like, you see this from JW a lot as well. He chooses to take this mag, and he likes to find the right spots to use it, where you put yourself to the test when it comes to reactions. Because the mag is a weapon that either it works or it doesn't. And let's see... This is so unfortunate. They're playing the close ranges because they know that they have a disadvantage against the AKs on the long ranges, and it's not paying off because NIP, they found that hole. And that was just bad luck there for LGB because they didn't get the info either.
I think it was just a great read by NIP. I don't even know how much information they had. They just said, you know what? We see the smoke cell mid. We don't know how many crossed. Most likely going to be on a sort of like a weaker buy, some sort of weird buy. They might be stacking towards A. Let's just, you know what? Regroup and hit B. Not even contest short. We don't know what kind of weirdness they're pulling right now. And that's exactly what they did. They just walked into B. They had no contest. They just got in there. And LGB is just going to try to save all their weapons. They do have an op in the hands of Olafmeister. They want to keep that, but they are getting hunted down slowly, one by one. Long player dies. Dennis in a great position to maybe pick up a kill, but he's going to go down himself. And you know what? That was 3 extra guns right at the end of the round there. NIP, great lead right now, 10-2.
You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing Season, but it's the reverse. So, Train, who do you think has the edge on Train? Because I would obviously say that like NIP always show great results on Train, but LGB, how good is their Train?
I'm not entirely sure how good LGB's Train is, but we did see NIP playing Train earlier in the night, and they wiped the floor with 3D Max's face.
They did, yeah. You can say that.
Can I say that?
You can say their collective faces, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it works. But there is still time to come back in this. And there you go. Olafmeister takes down Freiburg. Once again, Freiburg is the short man. And Saib actually with the FAMAS actually grabs 2 frags. So only 2 players left for NIP. And this is... Oh, well, let's leave the action first now as they line up for Dennis. Very well played there with the FAMAS. They actually make it work. And... this is a map where CT can be really difficult because CT is so expensive. And the way that you can play CT on Dust 2, because of the ranges, because of how expensive it is, changes dramatically from how much money you have. And LGB, they've been having a hard time. They could maybe reverse the situation onto NIP. I've seen NIP in the same situation that LGB finds themselves in right now on the scoreboard. So maybe we shouldn't be talking about Train just yet because they can really do this. And look at that, Saib takes down Fifra, and he's wondering where Freiburg is because that is Freiburg's territory now as he goes down over at Long. But LGB, they're holding the line over at the crossover. But no, there go down the smokes. But LGB, they reinforce, and 4 health for Forest, 4 health for Exist. And that's going to be another round there for LGB. Moving into the final round of the first half. They're looking pretty hot all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was great offensive play there on short, taking control of that. And Nip kind of just like pushing out straight into long there. And now we see Dennis picking up the auto sniper, Twist with the op himself. This might be another just like complete annihilation. Dennis going into the back of B with that auto sniper. Nobody's going to be able to come through those tunnels, especially if Get Right tries to go toe-to-toe with him. And Twist is going to get that opening kill. This might be a 5-10 square line. LGB's not out of this just yet.
Definitely not. And I love this from Twist. This is so unpredictable. It's so hard to expect that. It's all timing. But look at this. Breaking out into mid. Freiburg with the entry kill. We have a player in CT spawn still. And Freiburg, he's going to spray him down like the dog he is as Twist makes his way through, spamming those shots through the smoke, not getting lucky. And NIP taking over B. It should be an easy situation for them, 3-on-2 here with the post plant. It's going to be very hard for Twist and Chris to break him, but it's possible. They have grenades, so they can actually do this with correct grenades, correct coordination.
That was perfect grenade.
Oh, NIP. They have the grenades themselves, it seems. Crims, can he do this? 1-on-3. Last round of the first half to make this 10-5. That's a huge deal. Crims is trying to do it, but the time is really running out. He's got to just go for it at this point. And he does take down one frag, but NIP, they know how to play that situation. You're not going to win that.
You know what? I would have put my money on LGB winning that round before I saw that Olafmeister actually picked up an op for himself. And the reason, there's a couple of reasons why I said that. One is he went down in mid. And then that opened up the round for Nip to run the B split. And then they crunched on Dennis, who had the auto sniper in the back of B. Can't really do much in that situation. And then Twist is rotating with an op from A. Can't do anything there either. But if you look at the scoreline, Olafmeister with 5 kills, Twist with 4 in this half. And they were the ones with the ops in this game, in that last round. When you're not hitting your shots and you opt to use the op, and you don't hit your shots, like Twist got the opening kill, sure, but you're running 2 ops and an auto sniper. If Nip decides to do a B split, which is what they did, you're dead.
Yeah, definitely well played by NAP for sure. And they're a man ahead here, but during that, LGB have gained the ground onto the site, and the bomb will go down. Good implications economically, regardless of the outcome of the rounds now. And Dennis, he's stuck on the site between a rock and a hard place. They're trying to break out into 2 players over at short, but it won't work. NIP will win the round, but of course the bomb has been planted, so they can either do a surprise buy, a very fast buy, or they can save up to get a sniper rifle. What would you like to see them do, actually?
$2,200. They got the bomb plant. Save. Don't buy armor. P250s or that should be fine. We want to see them get AKs in the next round. We see Nip with Vomises here. This is great for LGB to actually upgrade to AKs in the next round. But right now, they just want to focus. Maybe a bomb plant. Maybe take away as many weapons as possible. Keep it AKs versus Vomises. We see a full B push here. And it looks like it's just complete mop-up from existing Forest. Out of ammo in their main guns, but they do have their pistols. If Crims is able to get this kill and maybe a bomb plant, this could be a very good situation for LGB, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Sight is the last minute remaining. He's going to go down. So we are going to see AK's bot up here. Nip, they don't really have too much money to mess around with. We're going to see an M4 in the hands of Forest. Fifth Learn's going to upgrade to an op. So maybe not as bad as I had expected, but we are going to see the full AK buy here from LGB, really pushing it to the limits. If they lose this round, though, it is looking very, very, very grim for them.
Right. And here we go. Twist gets the entry frag into long. Very good timing there on that push from that spawn. And he takes the opportunity where he finds it. And Forrest here, oh wow, can he lock down the tunnels with 2 frags? He's got 1 player low and he gets the bomb. That is huge information. They're tying everything up. Crims has to win this fight, and he does. That is huge for LGB right now. They need to maintain control of mid. Otherwise, they have no hope of recovering this bomb. And they're moving together now. They have 1 player over on the A bomb site, and Fifthler, and he's got to be careful, and he's going to go down. Sipe with the frag through the door, and the bomb is still there. And then, oh, through the back. Forrest, he went to T-spawn. There's no way they could have really predicted that. Forrest, big risk, but look at how it works out for Forrest, because now they pick up the bomb, and it goes to a 1-on-1. He has to face Forrest. Twist knows this, and he gets the shot. Well played to Twist. That is huge. You said it at the start of the round. The money situation far too fragile. NIP cannot afford to lose that. This gives LGB a real chance back in this game if they bring the momentum forwards.
But right here we're seeing Fama Spy, but they're against Crims and Dennis. They don't have head armor right now. They had to say, you know what, we'll just get regular Kevlar and an AK just so we can have the AKs. So whoever gets the first headshot wins the duel here, basically. And Forrest in a great position, but he's going to go down. Exist is able to pick up a frag, so it's a 4-on-4 situation at the moment. As Fabric's going to get another kill, but more trades are just going down one by one by one. And it looks like Fifth Laren's going to push through long, get the information, but I don't think he's going to want to take that duel. Bomb is down in the upper B tunnels, but I don't think NIP knows this. They're not going to make a play for it. But LGB definitely want to go around and collect that bomb. But it looks like they're just taking their time right now. 3 versus 3 at the moment. They don't need to do anything too brash. Whoa, what is going on? We see an aggressive play by Exist going into the tunnels. He surely knows the bomb's down.
Very interesting stuff. If NIP lose this round, they are screwed for money. They are absolutely screwed for money. And we have a slow play here. And Get Right is going to execute there. Well played for sure, because without that, they are in a lot of trouble. There's 30 seconds on the round at the moment. And now the play has to come in. It's going to be on to B. Exist has the answers there. The FAMAS works out. But Sipe now on a 1-on-2. Sipe has the pressure on his shoulders. This is a very important round for them to win because they're down so many rounds and this hurts the money so much of NIP. He's going to go for that smoke and the plant. There is the fake and Get Right. And Fifth Laren timing it very well. Going to take him down. So 14-5. It could have been something like 13-8 or something like that off of that round win for LGB. It's a big deal. Yeah,
but instead we're going to see a Galil Force, 2 Galil's Force bot from LGB players. They have no money to work with. They just don't have anything to work with. We're going to see 15-5 scoreline most likely coming in here, which means that NIP might be collecting the second map in just a few minutes now.
But yeah, let's see how they play this though, because they have a strange collection of weapons. I mean, the Galils don't perform as well as the other rifles. They've got the close range kind of focused pistols. How are they going to use these weapons? There's a lot of options available to them. Looks like they're going to stack up on short and just go for it. That seems to be the order of business. The bomb, though, is at the lower tunnel still, so is he going to cycle around, or are they going to double back for B? Looks like they're just going to go in here, and Garo's going to spray down 3 players. And Olafmeister goes down with the bomb indeed, and that's going to be it. 15-5, as you said, and NIP looking well and truly like the victors of Dust 2. Only one more round to win to force it to map number 3, Train, in this best of 3 grand final here on FACEIT TV for the Mars Championship.
And we're seeing Olafmeister with the scout. Everyone else on his team, armor and deagle. They have nothing else. They have decoys, a smoke, and a few flashbangs, but that's about it. So very, very dangerous situation for them to be in at the moment. They're just going to push Twist out up long. He gets a kill through the smoke in the head with a deagle. That is a brilliant, brilliant shot coming in from him. But is it maybe too little too late?
Ooh, very low is Exist, 13 health, but no dice. But they have taken over mid here. What are they going to do with it? They're going to make their way slowly in towards B. It is going to be hard because there will be a player flanking very shortly. The time is, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. They're dead. They are dead. That's it. GG's exchange from both teams. 16-5. NIP crush on their map Dust 2. And LGB now have to move into Train, where surely they have a disadvantage. Surely NIP can not only bring the momentum forward, but there are the natural advantages that they have by playing Train.
Yeah, definitely. We saw NIP just completely annihilate there. I know scoreline Twist 9 kills, Crims 6 kills, Olafmeister 5 kills, and then we see Dennis and Sipe 16 and 19 respectively. So again, we saw this a little bit earlier from LGB against. They were playing against Team Property. Property. Apologies, Team Property. I just pulled a BSL. It's okay, though. So we saw that against Team Prop earlier.
I'll just smile. I'll just sit here smile and let you struggle.
It was basically 3 of the members on LGB were kind of, grouped up together with frags, and then 2 players that were kind of shining above. And again, here we see against NIP, only 2 players that are actually standing out for LGB. Everyone else is kind of just like lacking behind, albeit they're all like clustered around, so we can see that it's a team problem as opposed to an individual problem. But we need to see more standout play from LGB if they want to take this 3rd map. And you know what? What we're seeing there is maybe a cold nip.
Yeah.
We're seeing a nip that wasn't warmed up. Maybe it's a nip that wasn't familiar with season. But now we're going into obviously the 3rd map. So nip just played 2 maps. They're warmed up. So we can take that out of the equation. They're playing Train. We've seen them play Train earlier tonight and smash on it. Take that out of the equation.
Boom.
So right now it's going to be who wins this knife. If nip wins it, I'm going to just say it's just going to be crushing like 16-4, 16-5, something that we just saw.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll go to a quick break, guys, whilst we get everyone on the server for the last map of this grand final of the FACEIT March Championship, the double whammy. But first, I'd like to thank, of course, Deal Compare for supporting us. Also, eGaming Bets. Check out the platform in this small amount of downtime in the break. We'll see you very shortly.